Welcome to Criminals Hate Me, and we're gonna cover another case tonight. I'm not gonna go really in depth. I'm just gonna touch on this case because this is a case that I've been interested in and following ever since it happened, and I have thought about several times making a video about this case, but there was really nothing that has been released yet that I thought that I could add to the story and to the investigation, and I didn't really have a lot of thoughts, so I've been kind of sitting on the back burner on this case for a little while. But something has come up in this case, and I'm going to show that to you guys tonight, and I'm going to give you my thoughts because I think that someone should have kept their mouth shut, basically. And I'll show you what I mean here in a little bit. So this is the case of Lilly and Jack Sullivan. They are missing from Canada, from Nova Scotia. And they've been missing since May 2nd, 2025. And here's just a quick little glance of the map just to show you where this is at. You know, here's the Canada up here, here's the US, here's Mexico down here, and way east Canada you have Lansdowne Station in Nova Scotia, Canada. And this is where these kids disappeared from, way over here on the far east side of the country. And this is just a overview of the area of where they lived and where they disappeared from. So here's the main trailer here. This is where they lived. And then you have this RV here, and you have all this stuff here like a chicken coop shack and whatever they got going on. And you got all the forest back here, and the road's just right here. So this is just an overview of the terrain and just how run down this area is. I mean, you know, poor kids that they had to live in this situation. It's just crazy. And here's just a close-up just to give you a better view of what we got going on here. So you got the trailer, then you got the RV over here. And I guess they have chickens back here. And I don't know what's in this little barn or whatever, but here's their slide, and there's some swings back here. So it's some very rough terrain out here in these woods. So it's not very likely that these kids wander off. And in this video I'm going to show you it's of the step grandmother. She even says that these kids wouldn't go up in there. You know, they had a little fort up in there, but that's as far as they would go. They wouldn't venture off. Like Jack had to be carried if he wanted to go exploring in the woods. So let me show you that video real quick. And it's like an 8-minute video. I'm not going to play the whole thing because I don't need to. Okay, I want to play the part of the video that intrigues me, and I'm going to stop it after that part, and I'm going to tell you guys the problem that we have here with this case and what she says. And then we'll, you know, then if you guys want to watch the whole video, you're going to see the source of the video in the page that it's on. But I don't want to that's not the point of me making this video. I'm not going to just play that 8-minute video. I want to play the part where I think that this lady is basically either hanging herself or she's hanging the parents of these missing kids. So let's jump in and I'll show you what I mean here, okay? So here's the video here, and as you can see, it's on this Facebook group page called Missing Jack and Lilly Sullivan Uncensored Discussion and Updates. So if y'all want to go join that group, go ahead. And people are posting all this stuff, and this guy named Jim Walker posted this video here. So I'm going to play this up until the point where I think it gets very, very interesting. And then I'm going to give my thoughts on it, okay? So let's play this video real quick.
So it's the morning of May 2nd. Take me through what happened.
Okay, I was up at 6 o'clock, sat in there and had my tea, and then on Facebook, 7 o'clock.
She's very awkward as she's telling the story.
I get up.
It's very strange. She stops talking
Over
and
here.
just takes off.
Fed my chickens. My brother, Ron, called me at 8:48 and asked me if I wanted to go to town with him. And I said no. I said, I'm staying home. I said, I'm going back to bed. Okay, I went and I laid down. Next thing you know, my dog started barking.
Poor dog.
And the kids were out in the yard.
Poor kids, man.
Now, you can see there's 2 swings where the kids play. My bedroom is right there. I heard the kids. This is where the kids' swings are. This is where they always played.
It's weird they got the swings up.
And so that's where...
That's where I heard them. And I can hear everything in that trailer. If 2 kids get out of a fence, and Jack and Lily are all the time yelling, especially Lily, come on, Jackie, let's go, Jackie, let's go, Jackie. It's all I hear out here. When the kids get out of the fence and come out through here, I would have heard them yelling, come on, Jackie, let's go, Jackie, let's go. I didn't hear anything. The next thing I heard is I heard Daniel yelling. He was yelling for Jack and Lily. I didn't get up because I thought he was yelling for Jack and Lily in the house. So the next thing you know, came out of the trailer after I heard Daniel, about, I'd say, 10 minutes after I heard him, I come out of the trailer. I opened up the door, was standing here. Malehya was standing right here with Meadow on her hip. And I come out and I said, what's up? She said, Jack and Lily are missing. I said, how long? She said, about 20 minutes. I closed the door, got my boots on, came out here, ran up in the woods.
All right. And that's where I'm stopping it right there. So, I don't know if you guys caught that, but this is what's very, very strange. And this is what I think is the smoking gun that the parents know exactly where those kids are. So here's the problem. Okay, this is the step grandma, and she's the mother of the father, Dan Martell, of the kids. Okay, and when I was first looking into this case, I didn't know that she lived on the property, but she lives right there, right across. As she said, you know, she came out, she saw the kids playing. And I mean, she's right across from those swings, right across from the chickens. She's right across from the trailer house. Okay, she would have saw something. She would have heard something. Okay, but here is the problem. She just said that they knocked on her door or whatever they're doing, yelling at her, whatever. And Malehya, the kid's mom, was standing right here. And when the step grandma stuck her head out the door and said, what's up? The mom said, the kids are missing. You know what the problem with that is? The problem is that the mom and dad know the kids are missing, and that they didn't do what normal parents would do when they're looking for their kids, and they would check all areas of the property, right? Would they not go to the grandma's house, to her little RV, and ask her, are the kids in here with you? I mean, guys, that's a smoking gun right there. They knew the kids weren't in there because the parents know where the kids are, and the parents know what happened to the kids. And they didn't do their due diligence. They didn't go check in grandma's RV. They didn't even ask her, when's the last time you seen them? It's sad, guys. And that's if grandma's telling the truth, which I think she is. I believe her. There's no reason for her not to be telling the truth. And in this case, just like in the last case that I covered, these parents have now split up too. So I think that's very telling when parents split up when their kids are still missing. You know, they know something. So that is what I think is the smoking gun in this case, guys, in that it proves that the parents are guilty of something, because they didn't even go to Grandma's RV and ask her, are the kids in here? She just stood here away from Grandma's RV out in the driveway, yelling at her, hey, the kids are missing, telling them how long they've been missing, and you know, and Grandma said, I'll go up into the woods. I mean, guys, that doesn't make sense. If you're frantic and you're missing your kids, you're going to search everything on the property. You're going to go over here to the RV. You're going to go into this barn. You know, you're going to look in all these tree areas over here, you know. But Grandma's RV is going to be the number one spot that you check. But you're standing over here yelling at Grandma, hey, the kids are missing. Guys, how in the hell does she know already that the kids aren't in here? I mean, good Lord. This grandma might have just put the nail in the coffin for these parents. They may be on their way to jail based on what Grandma said. So let me know what y'all think about that, guys. And I didn't really want to do a deep dive on this case. I just want to, you know, pick and choose parts that I can make some points of. And I think this is a huge point. It's a big smoking gun, huge red flag that Malehya did not even think to check the RV. And the son didn't either. The son was wherever, you know, through the woods, and then got in his car and was going up and down the road. It doesn't make sense. Why are you not checking the RV in this little barn? And also, Grandma said she hears everything. So she would have heard a car pull up if someone abducted the kids. She would have heard the kids running off into the woods, you know, like she was saying that the kids say, you know, come on, Jack, you know, come on, Lilly. She heard none of that. So unless she's lying, but I don't think she is. So that's the smoking gun that the parents already knew that the kids were not in the RV. I'll catch y'all later.